and welcome to the Daily Prophet's Daily Dosage, your #1 source of news in the wizarding world. I'm Hugh Janus.
And I'm Anita P. And tonight we have some top-notch stories for you. First, we have Hogwarts' least favorite graduate, Draco Malfoy. And later on, we'll have an interview with Cornelius Fudge, the now unemployed and former Prime Minister of Magic.
But first, here's Lavender Brown with the weather.
Thanks, Hugh. As you can see, the wind conditions are pretty low today, which is good for all of you flying into work this morning. There's a slight breeze coming in from the east, and it will accelerate as you increase elevation. So keep that in mind if you're flying into work this morning.
Thank you, Madam Morrible, for that wonderful weather.
Thank you, Lavender Brown.
Now, moving onward. Draco Malfoy, a former schoolmate of Harry Potter and the son of the infamous Death Eater, Lucius Malfoy, is now filing a lawsuit against Hogwarts School for Witchcraft and Wizardry for supposedly causing him emotional trauma.
Yes, it's unclear whether this outrageous lawsuit will make it to court. But first, we have one of our reporters from the field who's managed to get an interview with him.
Yes, thank you, Anita. I'm outside Wizarding Court right now, where earlier this morning Draco Malfoy attempted to file a lawsuit against Hogwarts, which he claims caused him mental damage. Draco feels that both students and teachers were biased against him for Harry Potter and his friends, neglecting him and other Slytherins, especially in their own educational needs. We managed to interview him briefly earlier this morning.
I just don't believe I was ever given a fair chance to excel in Hogwarts, and would like to have the injustices against me brought to light.
Malfoy went on to explain several instances where teachers unfairly favored Potter instead of him.
First year, Slytherins had basically won the House Cup, when Dumbledore awarded hundreds of points last minute to Potter for basically doing nothing but breaking all the rules.
It is unclear whether anyone in Wizarding Court wants to see Malfoy's ugly face again, but for one, his pathetic life, Draco Malfoy is standing his ground.
I've told him since day one, I said my father would hear about this, and of course my father hates me and is in jail now. But I consider the Wizarding Court to be the next best thing.
And this is all we have for now on this ridiculous lawsuit filed by Dunghead Draco.
Hey! My father would hear about this!
That must have been the biggest pile of owl turds I've ever heard of.
Indeed it is, Janus. Indeed it is. Coming up, a report on the flu powder traffic. But first, a word from our sponsors.
I'm Fred. I'm George. And we're identical. Got a horrible professor? How about an annoying little brother? Come to Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. We're wonderfully wacky and not the least bit tacky. For a limited time, puking pestles are hell.
Hi, I'm Birdie Bot, the creator of Birdie Bot's Every Flavored Beans. Try some of our delicious flavors and not so delicious flavors. Vomit. Go get some, kids.
Welcome back to the Daily Prophet Daily Dosage, your #1 station for reporting news in the wizarding world. I'm Hugh Janus.
He's Hugh Janus, and I'm Anita P. Now, later on, a Potterozzi exclusive with Rita Skeeter, but first, the latest traffic report for the Flu Powder Network.
Yes, Janus. The traffic today is terrible, thank you. Fireplaces have only recently been unblocked and the flu powder is spiraling out of control trying to get things under control. Now, there have been major issues with the fireplaces these past few weeks and today is no exception. In fact, it's one of the worst days of all, as you can clearly see. Now, flu travelers are being transported late to their jobs, or arriving in the wrong destinations, or in some cases getting stuck in the flu network itself. There's one very particular wizard, in fact, who stepped into this fireplace this morning and has vanished completely. They're scouring the globe for him now. If you see a tall, chubby, slightly babyish man who goes by the name Neville Longbottom, please contact your local authorities. I will now apparate directly to Cornelius Fudge, where he will update us on the ministry itself. Yes, hello. The toilets of the ministry are clogged this morning. It appears everyone is a bit backed up. It seems as if we need to put down the flushing system. Traffic hardly seems to be trickling by today, so be extra cautious if you choose to plunge into the traffic mess here. All in all, it's going to be a very crappy day for the ministry. I'm here with Cornelius Fudge, former Minister of Magic, and he has a few words to say.
This is absolute bollocks. If I was still minister, disasters like this wouldn't happen. I mean, if Reginald, they're doing a terrible job in the ministry. I could do much better than that. You can see, look at this. Even my fact's a better minister than he could ever have. This is an absolute load of shit.
Shoot! Seems we have lost connection. We apologize to our viewers for any inconvenience that may cause.
Coming up, an exclusive Potterazzi interview from Rita Skeeter. But first, very heartbreaking news from the Weasley family. It seems that J.K. Rowling regrets Ron and Hermione's relationship. Since then, Ron and Hermione have split and are taking what they call temporary vacations. J.K. Rowling's thoughts on that next.
Yes, I understand you are confused, but I'm kind of busy writing a new screenplay, so that could be a topic we could talk about.
But I want to talk about Ron and Hermione.
Yes, I did say that about Ron and Hermione. I don't believe them to be soulmates dynamically. I don't believe it'd work.
Who does she work with then?
Realistically, she'd work very well with Harry Potter, I believe. But, you know, fans are very gung-ho about Harry and Ginny, so I don't want to cause an uproar. But dynamically, yes, she would be better with Harry.
Let me understand this, though. You wrote this with Ron and Hermione ending up together, and now you change your mind. What caused that?
I was foolish, I was young and naive, and I believe now that I didn't fully understand human relationships very well. And so I think it would be much better if I could go back and take back every book I wrote, in fact, and change everything, just slightly, so it'd be much better. In fact, maybe I should have killed Ron. That would have worked out a little bit better, I think.
All right, well, next up is our Potterazzi segment with Rita Skeeter.
Thanks, Hugh. Harry was seen leaving the Three Broomsticks last night with his best friend, Ron Weasley. Weasley seemed to be very intoxicated, and a kind Harry Potter was dragging him back home. We got a few words with him.
I have no comment.
How do you plan to save your friend's life?
I don't care. No comment.
After turning off the camera, Harry Potter burst into tears and poured his heart out to me. As you know, we're very close friends. What a kind-hearted soul.
That may have just been the most heartfelt thing I've ever heard of.
Indeed it is, Hugh Janus. Indeed it is. We are very lucky to have one of Harry Potter's closest friends is working for our network. Thank you, Miss Skeeter. Next up, and to close our morning segment of the Daily Prophet's Daily Dosage, an update on the Quidditch World Cup.
I'm here with the Chudley Cannons. Here they are practicing for their game against the Hovering Harlequins. I again predict that they are going to place last in the league.
Oh my gosh! I can't breathe.
Oh my, that's quite unfortunate.
It is. I do hope she's all right.
I really don't.
Well, that's it for this morning's edition of Daily Prophet's Daily Dosage.
But be sure to tune in later for Fred Weasley's funeral.
Oh, it's just not a good day to be a Weasley, is it?
Indeed it isn't, Janus. Indeed it isn't. Well, this is the Daily Prophet's Daily Dosage. And I need to pee.
And I'm Hugh Janus. Remember to keep your spirits bright and your wands even brighter.
We'll see you later. Oh, thank God that's over. I must use the bathroom. I will be right back.